vertical, so he don't get squeezed when he has to go inside or outside or at the top of the route to stay on. Okay, so there's the drill set up, right? This is a really good rep, pass vertical. It's why this guy's a pro, right? Okay, you can see the body, the lean is what I'm looking for, right? But I want my hip underneath my shoulder, and I want my hip inside my knee, right? I don't want to, I'll show you a fake version of this here in a second, right? Feet, and get out of the drill. I didn't use my hands there. This is how we set it up to rapid fire the thing. Got 3 lines going, okay? So there's one rep, work him over, right? Hands on the shoulder. Okay, let's get into it. Next 2, get ready. Again, I wish they were a little further on this side of the line. Boom, there's the shove off, okay? Here's the leave, same drill. Look, I'm telling them, hey, get your heels on the line, right? Make it work you off the line. Get past the line, boom, there it is. Okay, so we can get some rapid fire on this rep. All right, here's a fake rep of it. Okay, here's a fake rep of it. Now, Big John will play in the NFL too, right? This dude's 6'5", 225. Okay, and he's the biggest soft dude out there. He's got some physical talent. He'll block the shit out of you, but like he won't do this very good. But you can see what I'm talking about, right? So notice, right? Look how far his hips are outside of his shoulder. It's a fake lean, man. And that's why Pete's little skinny ass is able to keep him on the other side of the line. Right? If he really did this right, he can throw Pete out the club. Okay? So there's a good look at a bad rep of it. Now, what is a good rep of it, okay, is here's what I tell him. Okay? If I got body presence in both hands, I can use chicken wing. Right? We've all heard that, right? Right? If he's heavy and he's going to be really handsy and hold me, right? I want you to turn your hand, use the heel of your hand in his sternum and stiff arm his ass off of you. We call it a stab off. Right? We call it a stab off. Right? I saw that number 11. I don't even know his name for the Indianapolis Colts. Anybody know who that dude is? I have no clue. But I'm watching games, and that dude is stabbing off in this lean-in drill like nobody I've ever seen. And he's getting his little ass open every time. Right? So we kind of stole that and added it. So here's John. Boom, right there. You see it? The referee will now. Okay? Here's what I know. Right? Here's what I know. The guy that calls offensive PI is the back judge. He's standing over there. So if I'm inside leverage on a DB and I use that, he can't see it anyway. Does that make sense to you? He can't see it, right? So, right? There it is. Here it is in the game. I mean, here it is in practice, okay? I'm going to try to pause this just at the right time. We're watching number 8 down here at the bottom, okay? Okay, vertical release, gets to the top of the route versus a squat corner. Look at that position. It's the same drill, man. Right? I can show you this all over the damn field. Right? So there it is. Got to get vertical. Get my shoulders, my hips, and my belly button facing the goal line. Right? I want to work past vertical, and it's chicken wing or stab off at the top of the route. Let's go. Right? There it is. Okay, I don't care that he didn't get the ball. Right? Let's go to the next one. Here's shug dog. All right? Here's shug dog right here. Okay? Boom. Looks just like the drill, don't it? Right? So it's all I try to recreate. Man. Lean in, work hard. Right? Boom. Open or not? Open, that's in college football, that's open, right? So that's all I'm trying to get them to do, man, is get their ass open, right? All right, here it is against Alabama. This was another ass whipping, right? Cheap, like with the Lux ass whipping, not the regular kind, right? It's like damn double hamburger with cheese ass whipping right here, okay? All right, watch the top, man. Watch the top right there. That's the drill, right? So I got to have something to combat it, right? All the DBs don't going to do the same shit now, right? So work it, open or not. Let's go, man. Right, good, we're good. Plus. Next. Right, depth's right, route's right, angle's right, all that. Let's go. Next. All right, let me show you guys this one. Okay. All right, so Big Max is not in there yet. Okay. Elijah Mitchell, San Francisco 49ers. Robin Hunt, starting right guard for the Miami Dolphins. Kevin Dotson, starting right guard for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right? There would be a number 77 in here, but he's a freshman, so we alternated. Max Mitchell, starting right tackle for the New York Jets. Right? We got real players now. We got a real place. Right? We have 3 running backs on this team that all played in the NFL. 3 on one roster. Right? In a group of 5 school. Right? All right, here it is in the route. Okay? So watch him, Jay, at the bottom down here. Release. There's the drill, right? Get it back vertical. Hips, shoulders, belly button, facing the goal line. Stab off. Now, roll the route. Let's go get it. Right? So it happens all over and all parts of the route, man. Right? We gotta keep the drill working, right? And make it show up. Okay? here it is. This is one of the one-time versus press. You'll see it happen up here to Khalif, right, at the line of scrimmage, right? Okay. Little triple. Look at the DB's hands, right? Both hands on the shoulder, right? Both hands on the shoulder. My shoulder has to be below, right, his pad level, so my shoulder really is in his sternum is what I'm trying to create. So I can chicken wing it or stab off. That's the lean and drill, right? Okay. All right, top of the route. Okay, we all know what happens in the top of the route, at the top of the route, right? The first things first, right, is transitions, right? We always talk about transitions, okay? So there's only really three, in my opinion, that really happen. This is what we spend all our time on. All right, there's 180 transition. Okay, 180, where I replace my shoulders on a curl, and I come back down my step. That's a 180. We all know that, right? There's 45 on the inside or outside comeback, right? Right, and then there's hard 90s. That's what you really got to work. Everything else, the speed turn, right, is not as hard as those three, right? Those guys should be able to do that shit. Okay, those guys should be able to do that, right? So this is really what we spend the majority of our time on, right? I'm a foot count guy, okay? Depth is the ultimate, but foot count, I want everything to be counted on air because I think it creates a timing and a feel, okay? So I'll just give you an example. I'm not going to show you drills on this because I got other stuff I want to talk about here. But let's watch skinny at the top, right? This is our 15-yard outside comeback. We start the transition on our fourth outside step, and we count that step. It's a 4-step transition in total, right? You watch it up here, right? This is how I want my shit to look, okay? Boom, boom, okay? So let's watch. Let's just count his left foot. Right? We say 7 steps or his fourth outside. We'll go in slow motion here, okay? 1, 2, 3. Here comes 4. This should be a big slam step. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Now, out of it at a 45. There's the sprint, okay? So when we do that, we don't make them run the whole route, right? I'll say, hey, this is 4-step transition, slam, 1, 2, 3, and speed out of break. We work just the top of the route. Again, what's the main thing, right? If I got to get a wide out to run 20 yards or 15 yards to work on the transition, he ain't gonna want to do this shit. So let's just get his feet right. Keep the main thing the main thing. It ain't about the start. It ain't about the 20-yard route. It's about the top of the route. Let's work the top of the route with no ball. I don't give a shit about the ball. Get the route right. Win the sprint. Make sure your slam step's good. Make sure your plant step's good. Make sure your angle's good. Right? All that stuff. Okay? Right? Okay? So there's one. Here's MJ down at the bottom again. Right? We just kind of the same route here. Right? Should be his fourth outside. Right? You'll see him work through it here. Okay? Boom. All right, good. We all got the transitions. All right, here's how we work it. Right? I'm stealing reps again. There's something else going on. There's a period back here. I don't know what this period is. Might be half line perimeter, 2-on-2, 2x2, 3x1, right? Here's how we set the drill up. We get on the yard line here. Okay, the DB is at 7. He was at 7. He's playing off zone, right? Or scooch man, however you want to play it. Right? The box is 12 yards by 10 yards. Okay, so those are 12. They can go 4 ways, right? They can go to that cone, that cone, that cone, or that cone. Drill's not over until you sprint past the cone. Here's what it looks like. So now my DB coach gets to coach plant drive. I get to coach 45 transition, right? And I'm shooting the reps without a ball, right? And they want to do it because they're competing. That's Mike Jacquet. He's currently with the Jacksonville Jaguars. George Bradley. Last season with the Cleveland Browns, right? 2 NFL players going at it in practice right there, okay? Right? Ben, I'm telling you, you got a real place with real players now. You got a chance to see you guys down there, by all means. Here's a good look at the drill. Okay, we got all kind of damn different color cones, right? Good. All right, here's the other thing I tell you. When I coach quarterbacks, I had hair. There fuckers no issues. You coach wideouts, them fuckers will get you now, right? They don't go to class, all that shit, right? They'll get you. Right? I always tell our academic lady, when we have the academic meeting every Thursday, can you call us with the wideout? No, coach. Well, if they ain't a problem for you, they ain't a problem for DBs either. That's usually how the shit works. the more problems there are for you, the better we are for wideout. Okay, so again, here it is right now. My GA here grabbed us 445, but you can see where we can hit every route, right? We can run a slant, we can run a corner, we can run an inside comeback, outside comeback. But we're still in reps. I can coach the transition from behind, watch the feet, watch the arms, watch the weight drop, watch the eyes. I can coach all that shit. Everybody see it? Okay, so I love the drill. Okay, here's another one. Okay, in the route, hold the line. Right? right? Okay, this is post-practice. Obviously, hold the line. We're trying to hold the damn line here, right? We're going to stay on the line. We're going to try to create lean. There's the stab off late. Again, the guy that's calling it is back there. I wish there was a little more body presence here, right? And what I tell them on these deep balls is over my head to my outside hand extended. Over my head to my outside hand extended, and I want my pinkies above my eyes. Okay, so that's all I'm trying to see right here in this. Over my head to my outside hand extended, keep my pinkies above my eyes. The drop happens when my eyes are below my hands. Right? So I want my pinkies above my eyes. I want to frame it up here. Okay? Sometimes I make them catch it and hold it for the drill. Right? Okay? This is one late in practice. We're just doing the drill. This is the back shoulder work. Okay? Right there. Okay? All right. So here's how we do it against each other in practice. Okay? We call it phase drill. The DB's either in phase or out of phase. Okay? We're still in reps in practice. Look, guys, I got about 7 minutes left. I'm going to keep rolling. If you got to go piss, you got to go get food, you got to whatever, I'll do this shit all day. Right? You ain't going to offend me if you get up and walk out. But I'm going to keep rolling right until they tell me the next one has to start. Does that make sense? Okay? All right, because I got some more good shit over here. All right, so here's the setup of the drill. All right, coach, come with me here. Give me a second. All right, so if the DB is in phase, right, I'm in my stance. His toes are on my toes. He's got a speed turn, right? We're going on the clock, right? It's the quarterback's job to throw me. I want to hold the line. I want to stay on the line. I want to try to restack him if I can on the other side of the line. You'll see some reps of that, right? And I want to fade to the throw over my head to my outside hand extended. All right, so let's watch it come here. Right? Okay, so we get it right away, right? And you'll see Jalen try to work to restack him on the other side of the line. This is a great rep. All right, I got him in my hip pocket. He's on my back flap. Hold the line. Okay, there's our corners coach, Jeff Burrs, played at Notre Dame, was a first-round pick, played about 12 years in the NFL. Awesome to have that guy on staff. He's actually speaking in St. Louis this week. Right? Greatest human being walking the planet. Right, there it is. Over my head to my outside hand extended. Everybody see the rep. Right? Sometimes I got to throw this shit, so if the throw's bad, I don't want to hear it. Probably me throwing that shit. Okay? Quarterback ain't worth the shit. All right? Okay? So here's the drill. Right? Kyron does a good job of restacking. Now, this damn transfer portal, this is one of my guys, University of Louisiana, now he's playing for LSU. Kiss my ass. Right? Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Right? On the deep ball, right? Over your head to your outside hand extended. Always stay inside the ball. If I get outside the ball, now the ball and the DB are in the same spot. I'm done. I don't give a shit who they are. Right? I got to stay inside the ball. Over my head to my outside hand extended, right? So Kyron, he gets outside the ball. And it's simple, man. The complete ones, we're inside the ball. The incomplete ones, we're outside the ball. So I put it on here. Shit, it's going to be incomplete. It's over, right? That was my 5-minute horn, huh? Tell them to kiss my ass. Right? They paid me. I'm going to talk to them. Okay, here it is. Okay, here's Jalen. All right, DB cuts him off. Now it's the quarterback's job to break the back shoulder. All right, what's the problem with Jalen here? He's what? He's outside the ball, man. He's outside the ball. Plus, it's a shooting throw. It's a little bit behind him. So this should be a turn your chest, reach with your offhand scenario. Does that make sense to you? Okay? All right? So Jalen gets beat here. All right, here's Pete. Boom. Okay, kicked his ass off the start. This is where we switched it to out of phase. Okay? Now, just slow down, right? What I tell Pete is sit on his hip, man. Right? Stay inside the ball, let it go over your head to your outside hand extended. Sit on his hip. Got to slow down a little bit. Just sit on his hip. Okay? So, coach, one more time for me. All right? So, I screwed that up. Right? I'm in phase. My toe on his toe. Right? When we turn, then it should be like 50-50 balls. Right? I'm going to win some. He's going to win some. Out of phase, his heel on my heel. That's what you just saw right here. All right? What we're teaching the DB is when you get beat, don't panic. What happens when they get beat? What do? They run up there and grab the guy. Right? So, we're trying to create situations in practice where they get beat. Now, play a contested throw without panicking and getting us a PI. All right, and we'll tell them they PI. That's a win for the offense. One for the offense. Right? Everybody see it that way? Okay? So that was a situation where Amir was so far out of phase that it was you see it right there. You can kind of see it, right? His heels on MJ's toes. This should be a win for the offense. Now, Jalen's got to get back in position here and don't PI. and try to make a play on the ball when his hands go up, right? Because it's a good rep. He doesn't do it, but he's in position here. There's not going to be a pass interference call. We can coach the technique later on, right? Okay? Okay, so there's MJ. There's another rep by Pete. Again, this is it right here, man. All right, I'll probably do this. Right? Over his head to his outside hand extended. Hands laid. Hands laid. Okay? You see a little Vincent here doing everything he can. It's like a freaking chihuahua on a great game right here. Right? But that's the rep right there. Okay. So that's hold the line. That's another way that we can practice with each other to create game-like scenarios. Right? So we got Carolina drill. Right? We got the press drill. We got the box drill. And we got this drill. All done while something else is going on in practice where they don't need the whole group. And I go coach every one of them. I'm just stealing individual time. Everybody good? Okay? All right, so this is throw by. All right, when do you use throw by? At the top of the route, okay? When the DB is on the high side. His hips are above my hips. I'm going to play with vertical speed, okay? And I'm going to throw his ass by at the top of the route, which we've all seen. Here's the key to the drill, right? Here's the key to the drill. Feet, hands, eyes. Okay? Feet, hands, eyes. If I put my hand on his back, he knows it's coming. I'm no longer trying to run by him if I got my hand in position to throw him by. Does that make sense? So he's going to anchor down. You can see it all the time. Right? Feet, hands, eyes. Right? So I want to transition. And if there's body presence, sometimes I get maverick, right? We'll just let it fly right by. If I don't need to use my hands, I won't use my hands. Just my feet keep doing. If I need my feet, I will use it. We already made a rule in here, brother. We wrote. Yeah, we're okay. All right? Again, if you need to go, shit. I don't give a shit. You ain't gonna fit me, I promise you. Okay? So we'll throw the guy by. Okay? Here's the other key to the drill. Go stand up. All right? Sometimes, right, you'll hear guys say, hey, grab him up high and throw him by. I don't believe that. Coach, get a good base, get strong like you're gonna squat here. Don't let me move you here. All right? Okay? Everybody see it? I told y'all we're gonna do it. I lied to you last time. All right? Okay. All right? So, but if their feet are anchored, this not gonna help me. Now, coach, get ready now. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Don't matter. Everybody see that? All right, so I want to put it on his hip, right above his belt line, right on his hip, and I want to use that nice and tight. It's going to stop me from getting PI too. I'm not extending. Okay, feet, hands, eyes. The only time I need to go high is if there's separation, right? And coach is running the route, and I'm playing DB. Sometimes they'll grab me back here, right? Or you get that kind of deal, I'm going to club the shit out of that elbow. Right? That's the only time I go high is if I got that. Right? If we're just running, I'm going to go low with my hands. Right? Feet, hands out. All right, here, let's look at one. All right, let's do a Pete here. Okay? Again, DB's on the high side. Feet, left hand, eyes. Feet, hands, eyes. Okay, let me show you a shooting. Okay, here's Jake. Okay? Get him running. Feet, open his eyes. His eyes before his hands. So he's going to stumble. He stumbles all the time in this setup. Right? He's the worst I got at because he won't let his feet and hands do the work. Okay? Now I'll tell the DB here, man, just make sure all your job is to stay on the high side. That's all you got to do. Okay? So here's a couple in the game. Here's MJ. We're watching MJ at the top. All right? And look, guys, if they don't call pass interference on this one, they ain't gonna call it now. They ain't gonna call it. Okay? Look at that. All right? That's throw by. Again, I use it when he's on the high side. Let's go find another one. All right, this first third down of the season right here. All right, this corner, Zion Alexander from Southeastern Louisiana, he just transferred to LSU. Right? Okay, so watch it down here. Okay, get him running, stay in the line spot, good. All right? Okay, the only thing I didn't like, right, is the hands before the feet. But feet, hands, eyes. Good? Okay, let's go look at it. Let's go find another one here. All right, this I think that this is up here. Okay? All right, he's calling out corner cat. All right, get the blind spot. Look at that. Just open it out. That's all I give a shit about. All right, again, who's the referee calling? That sucker standing way back here now. He can't see it. He ain't gonna call it. Right? He ain't gonna call it. Okay? All right, so watch this one. This one needs to be called equal. Okay, they ain't gonna call this shit. No. Okay. All right. Let's go with that spot. Okay. Everybody good on that? Then let's see what else I got here. All right. This is all the same thing. This is just a ton of throw line. All All right, here's the other thing I consider throw by. Okay, the DB's got to be on the what side? What do we say? High side. Got to be on the high side. Okay? The man covers DB. He ends up on the high side. Right? It may not be a situation where it's a 180 transition. Because that's not come back behind you. Right? This is a still corner route. Right? Question. Open or not? That's it, right? That's it. Okay? All right, so flyby. When will we use flyby? When the DB, okay, is on the low side. I can't throw him by. I beat him too bad at the line. He's behind me. Now I got a flyby. Right? I got a flyby. Okay? So here it is. Play with vertical speed. Good. We're working the dig right here, our speed in. Okay? There's the turn. Work back negative. Right? Over exaggerate the top end of the route. Man, we all talk about it, right? Get back negatives. There it is. There's Rob doing it. There's Skinny doing it. That's all we're trying to create, man. Flyby. Okay? Here it is. Again, a game route where we don't get the ball. When does flyby happen? When you beat a corner in man coverage or two man. They all play hit trail, right? So my guys right now, this is what I would ask them in the mid room. Middle open or middle closed? Everybody would say middle open. I would say man or zone. They'd say man. I'd say, what's his technique? They would say hit trail. That's how we talk to each other. Everybody get it? All right, we spend our summer now. It's football 101. That's all we do. I teach them who the defensive players are. We talk about terminology, all that shit like that. Okay? All right? I'm over his head too. Okay, but there it is, right? Cover two man corner, playing hit trail. I got to speed turn the corner with the right. Good? Okay? Here it is again. Now this happens in the middle of the field versus post safety man. Okay? There it is. DB's on the low side. Can we all agree on that? Good. Now, get your ass around the horn. Now, what Arrow doesn't do is he doesn't work back down here negative around the turn. Does that make sense? Okay, so I wish that was a little better. Okay? All right, here it is versus in the slot versus the man-to-man corner. Okay? Man-to-man corner. All right, boom. He's on the low side, yes or no? All right, let's turn the corner. Fly by. All right, and quarterback through it late, none of that. Okay? Everybody good? Last one here. Okay? All right, so far, this is really what we've created, right? We've created lean in. The DB is he's outside of it. Everybody good? Lean in. The DB's outside of it. All right, throw by. He's on the high side. Fly by. He's on the low side. Now this is AB drill, right? I saw this with the Steelers when Antonio Brown was there. I just stole the drill. I saw it on TikTok, not TikTok, damn Twitter or some shit. Right? And I just said, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I literally uploaded the damn cell phone video and put it in the system and showed the wideouts here. We gotta add this. This makes sense to me. All right, so now the DB's above me. It's a man or zone defender that's above me. Okay? So this is a 90-degree transition. Boom, strike and stick. Right? Pop. And then work downhill on the dig. Okay, here's another one. Boom. Right? Good. All right, I don't know which one that all the white guys look the same. I don't know which one. All right, so here it is. One of our choice routes. This is Jay Bernard here. Okay. All right. Boom, little option route. Okay, so where you come in, right? This is man to man. We agree post safety man. Okay. He's above him. All right, now, AB drill. Get open. Boom. Open or not? Open. Next. All right. Okay. All right, here's Pete. Okay. You got a man-to-man scenario here. Okay, I'm sorry, not man-to-man here. This is zone. Okay. So I would reload at the back. Get the man zone indicator there. Right? Boom. Single. Okay. There's a pad reduce, right? This is what I love. When the other drills start showing up in other shit, right? When we're in 11 personnel and there's 3 wideouts, there's drill shit on every level of the drill, that shit kind of gets my rocks off a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right? Okay? So, boom. Get back, push vertical. Boom. AB drill. Now, he happens to be outside here, right? But you can still use the drill in that scenario. There's really no lean in, right? So I can use the strap and stick to get him off. Okay? Right? All right, let's see. This is good. This is Skinny right here. Okay, we're watching right there in the slot. All right? Okay, boom. Got a dig route. DBs. He's what? He's above me. AB drill. Where are you going, dog? Woo. Right? Love it. Right? So I'm going to celebrate that shit now. Did he get the ball? I don't care about that. Right? I don't care about that. Let's celebrate that and get him out of that selfish shit. All right, so here's the whole menu, man. I know I'm over here, right, about a couple minutes, but it looks like a lot of shit, but it's really not, okay? Stance and start, okay? Here's the one thing I'll tell you that I think can help you, okay? And I'll share this shit with you. I got cards right there. You can take it. I'll send you the whole damn menu. and send you the drill tape. I don't give a shit. Like I said, I've been right there, and when I sat right there and paid my money, I wanted shit, right? So I'm gonna give you shit, I promise you, okay? In stance and start, if you can do this, man, it'll help you guys, especially like in our league, everything starts out of minimum open coverage and picture changes, am I right? Right, it goes to post safety zones, fire zone, replace schemes, it's all that bullshit, right? So I'm playing wideout, the ball's in there. If I look down the line, I have no idea where coach is right now. I have no idea where the safeties are. So you'll see my guys, coach, stand up back there in the very back corner right there. Right there, that's where I'm looking. I can look at coach, I can still see the ball. I see my man moving around in his notepad over here right now. Right? I can see everybody over here, and I don't have to turn my head and look at the ball. I can peripher the ball and see the whole secondary. Thank you, coach. I can see the whole secondary coverage, man. Everybody understand? Right? So little things like that is stuff that I'm trying to come up with over the years. Right? So again, you'll see all this stuff. Right? Stance and start. Some of these are just like some routes we have, we stem release, some we arc release, some we seam release, all that bullshit. Hand-to-hand blocking, hand-to-hand combat on the line, all the press release shit. It looks like a lineman, it's really second double triple. That's where I spend my time. Okay? The in-route stuff, right? And then this is more like group shit right here. Top of the route, and then we get into our judge routine, our blocking stuff, right? And our group drills. And again, this is like 10 years of putting shit together. What do you see over and over and over? That's how we came up with all that stuff. Got a lot of input. Adam Henry, a good friend of mine, just got hired by the Buffalo Bills, and another Magnies guy, right? He's been in the NFL. He's kind of they call him the Odell Whisperer, right? The only time Odell's been productive is when he's with Adam, right? Adam's really telling me a lot of this stuff, and then man, you just gotta. It's a craft, you know, right? You see my guys, right? I got 5'8" walk-ons that are productive as shit. I got 6'5" guys that are gonna get drafted here in the top 2 or 3 rounds here next week, right? So it works for everybody, okay? And over time, I think that's what's made us good, is that we can develop these guys, and we got a year-round plan for it now. We don't wing the shit, right? I know what I'm doing in January. I know what I'm doing in February. I know what I'm doing in March when it's getting ready for spring ball. And in spring ball, I got a plan, right? And we reload the whole shit in the summer. Is everybody good? All right, man, I appreciate you. We're going to roll in the studios here in a couple